quick and precise. Well done. Off we go then.
Incredible.
An abandoned chest.
Can't quite see it from here, but I think it has our names on it. What a sight to behold.
Wasn't I always? They wanted that chest.
Aye, so do we.
Easy as pie.
Ah, but you can't cook. impressive.
Sharpshooter.
Years of practice.
Unlucky.
Aye. I hope I'm luckier.
Can't use this one. Shall we?
What a sight to behold.
Wasn't I always? I take the heart, you take the roots. I know. The path is clear.
The treasure is ours.
A useful acquisition.
Aye. And apart from the falling stalactite, it was fun acquiring it.
Once I've bruised the heart, destroy the wisps within its roots. Malice has been bound to this. Rebecca had a plan for herself and Ferdinando. Look for a store.
Storeroom. Locked. A store. Ferdinando's?
Greetings. Welcome to Ingersoll's General Store. I'm Bathsheba Ingersoll, the owner. What can I...
A comb. Very funny. Red McCraith, and pleased to meet you.
I met your friend Miss Duarte briefly in New Eden Town. I'm so sorry for your loss. She seemed a vibrant and resolute young woman.
And she seemed eager to leave town as quickly as possible.
I rather think...
Shall we trade?
I rather think we should, sir. What interests you?
The shopkeeper must hear it.
You assume me to be a goth.
What can you tell me?
He lets me trade. I like the man. He says Ingersoll's.
What can you tell me about him?
I like her. Though she's impetuous. Terse, even. She fancies herself a leader. Thinking about it? No. I don't think it.
More generally,
Well, it's cold. Folk are hungry more often than not. I've little to tell you won't hear from someone else. But Ingersoll's is open, so all is well with me.
I must take my leave.
And may God... Banisher?
Tell me.
The original Ingersoll's in Boston was grand and fine, but it burned in the North Square fire of '91. But before Natty could return home, my husband died. Then came the curse. And now he...
You never wanted to do anything else.
My husband was prosperous and affluent. I was young and clever. We made an excellent match. The store is my business. My legacy. My story. It is who I am.
I must.
Thank you for your visit.
Now, Mr. Peabody, I shall drain the first boil. Ready?
Same sodding question every sodding time. No, I'm not damn well ready.
Excellent. Then we'll begin.
Be careful, goddarn it! Careful! Ah!
I know. I know. Shh.
Are those your records?
Yes. Perhaps someday they may help someone. My apologies. I did not wish to hush you. I just prefer to Welcome to the infirmary. I'm Nurse Wings.
I'm a Banisher. Name's McCraith, but you may call me Red.
Red. A pleasure to see a friendly face, or any face at all. What can I do for you?
What's the word around here?
I don't see folk much. I stay here, keep to myself.
No visitors? No other patients?
Helen Preece comes when she can. Captain Pennington would sometimes visit Mr. Peabody, but I haven't seen him in a while now.
What about you? How do you feel?
I'm alive and well. I'll not complain. I can be strong for those less fortunate.
You're a good soul, Nurse Wings.
I do my best, Mr. McCraith. I'm sure you do yours.
Tell me about Helen Preece.
The bold lieutenant's widow. He's dead some years now, and she's not remarried. She's as much a soldier as her husband was. A fighter. Commanding, too.
I think I know how that feels. What can you tell me about Cap?
He fought King Philip in the Wampanoag. Led his company well, I'm told. It's not for me to like or dislike him.
Times being as they are, how come you only look...
Mr. Peabody's illness is unsightly. Fort Jer...
What did...
Not my place to say. You'll have to ask him yourself.
I must insist. I have work to do here. I'd rather not risk infection myself.
Insist all you like. I'll not say. However, on an entirely unrelated subject, I assure you...
Scrofula. Cured, some say, by the touch of a king.
Not many kings round.
No. There's just me and my professional understanding of his condition.
I'm...
Did
you not...
If I did...
So...
That, sir...
I'm a personable man.
That's not the same thing. I was sick as a child. Very sick. After...
I fell in love with a Banisher. One of the best.
And where are they now?
Antea died in the meeting house in Eden.
Ah, that was you. I should have known.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Oh, there are you. Queen Mary Stuart.
Well, I've met Mary II, and she's a little prettier than I.
The Banisher come to gloat at sick old Cotton Peabody.
Where did you fight?
None of your business.
This comrade is why no one wants to talk.
You're no soldier. You're a brawler and a rebel, and if I'm a proper soldier, me. Self-made, too. Left the family farm and signed up to fight them Indians. Fought under the captain himself, I did. And followed him here and joined the train.
When did you get sick?
What's it to you? I'm not so sick as I can't give some nose.
What's the what?
No one tattles to me. Captain came by once. Worried for Andrew White. Seems the old boy's...
There's a lot of it about. White's a gate guard, right?
He sees ghosts in his sleep. His dream.
Tell me about the captain. Speak freely, I'll not get back to him.
Let you get back to him. The captain is the best of us, and I'm proud to serve him. Proud, too, to give him my guidance. Not that he calls no more. Suppose he has too much on his plate.
Tell me about Helen Preece. I promise it won't get back.
Lieutenant's wife. Stood second to the captain herself. Now she's in command.
How's life?
What do you want to hear? It's cold.
As you...
Not like I can go.
We need to find the key to open this. Could the shop be here?
Knock and find out.
Closed. Are we in the right place? Anyone home? No one.
Papers in Miller's name. We're in the right place.
Keep looking. What is this?
A sansa. It's a musical instrument. It's Bantu, from southern Africa.
He's organized.
Disorganized traders lose money.
Vardy reads English extensively.
Well, nobody's perfect.
He's making protective amulets.
He's making useless trinkets.
And he works hard to keep her away.
What is he afraid of? What don't we know? Let's search the store. Surprisingly high quality wares.
Can't be many left in New Eden with the means to buy. He's doing surprisingly well for himself.
Where did he get the inventory?
Rebecca's will. She was rich. She left him the lot.
That's where he got the inventory.
Aye. The list matches his sales record.
Touch my money and I'll drop you. What are you doing here? Thieving, no doubt.
I'm no thief, Mr. Miller. I'm the Banisher. I brought Helen Priest back to the fort.
A banisher? Thieves lie. How do you know my name?
'Tis my business to know. Red McCraith.
If you are a banisher of ghosts, I have business for you. I'll pay.
Aye. I know about Rebecca. It was she who sent me to find you. She worries for you. Says she loves you.
The English have a word for that. Hogshite.
If not for love, why did she bequeath you her fortune?
Whichever. It matters not. You're a banisher. It is your job to get rid of her. Can you not just do your work?
Easy, Mr. Miller. Now, I'll need to examine Rebecca's belongings.
I sold them. All of them.
You did? To who?
I don't know. People. I wrote it down. In the register. Read it, if you wish.
2 recent sales, to the blacksmith and to Ingersoll's store.
A storekeeper hears much. What do you hear, Mr. Miller?
I'm a busy man. If you've a question to ask,
What can you tell me?
he has no problem with me. I have no problem with him. He respected Rebecca's wishes. He gave me what was mine. My freedom. Her estate. And when them who saw different...
What think you of Helen Priest?
I don't think of Ellen Priest. I stay out of her way.
How are things in the fort, by your estimate?
Look around you. Things that... Have you heard the sound of their body? I am a man of courage. I don't know what you people have done to this country, but there's...
Stop.
Now, my friend.
You've put quite the effort into protecting your home, haven't you?
You poked about my house without my say.
I know my business. So out of generosity, here's the truth. Not the wreath, not the amulet, none of it.
His brooch is what?
It works. She hasn't come back. I hear her calling, whispering my name. I wait to find her at my bedside. She won't leave me alone. She's an Akishi, a demon.
I need a job. Thanks. Farewell to you.
You know where to find me. If you're buying, I'm selling.
He'd sold it all. Everything she'd owned. And fast.
Why the hurry?
If we track her things down, perhaps they'll tell us.
How often, Abigail, must we have this fight? How often must we argue?
We shall argue until you hear me.
I hear you all too well. I hear a hoggish harridan, a narrow nag, a selfish shrew.
One of these days, I shall poison your soup.
And the day before, I'll take you to the highest cliff and push you off it.
This should be enough. Let's return to Kate. A note?
Let's see.
Ferdinando was a slave. She was his owner.
She kept that quiet, as if it were of no consequence. We know where to go. The barrack room.
Pretty. The work, I mean.
We know where to go. The barrack room. An echo from the past drifts. The quill resonates. An echo, perhaps.
I only recognize my name in the list.
Distant family, but I can't disinherit them.
I would never ask you that. To have met you is already more than I ever expected. If I was to lose you, God forbids, I'd cherish all that reminds me of you.
There. If you were to lose me, all that I own would now be yours.
He claimed not to love her. Why lie?
Maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he pretended to love her.
Let's see what he has to say about it.
Banisher?
I found papers. Official papers. They tell quite the story.
That's all in the past. For the good of my future. As she lay dying, Rebecca Hardgrave gave me my freedom. Before that,
How very...
if it weren't for the captain, the good people of New Eden would...
Rebecca was in love with you. The feeling was not mutual. True?
I was her pet. A dog nuzzling its master, hoping she might loosen its leash. She loved me, she said. I allowed her to think I loved her back. I sat up and begged and let her pet me. I was a very good boy.
You gulled her, then took advantage.
To a slave, a crumb of freedom tastes like a loaf. You'd have done no different. And I'd do the same again. Enough chitter-chatter. Perhaps you should get back to work. What am I paying you for?
I'm a banisher, Mr. Miller, not a rat catcher. Ghosts were human. They're emotional, full of hopes and fears about the past and the future too. To find out what ties the ghost to the living and end the haunting, I must know the story. You want me to finish the job? Then the story must be told. The ghost must manifest.
I do not like this idea. This idea can shit itself 6 times by sundown.
Come on, break the brooch and let's get it over with.
No choice remains. Let it be done. And I'll be done with it!
Marty, you're here at last!
Step no closer!
I don't understand. Are you not glad to see me?
Now, Banisher! End this!
Not now. You need to hear the truth, both of you. That reminds me. Rebecca, you omitted to tell us that Ferdinando was your slave. that you owned him.
I loved him.
I was a slave. I was not free to leave. What kind of love is that?
What are you saying? We loved each other.
Love?